All right, so Sasha and I are starting a 3-day backpacking trip through the Weminuche Wilderness. We're starting at this Vallecito trailhead, and we're going to end up at the Pine River campground. So we got to get moving because there's lots of mosquitoes. After all this rain, we finally have a weather window. You can see all the mists rising. We're almost to the top of our first climb. Beautiful morning. Man, the creek is raging. And you can tell there's been a lot of storm runoff because the color of the water, it's usually like clear and blue, and it's got that brown green color to it. So we'll see how our crossing is when we get upstream. We're right down by the river. Creek, but it looks like a river. Ooh, buddy. Success. We made it to the second bridge crossing. Look at that flow. That looks insane. Yeah. Right there. Closing in on the creek crossing where we have to make our decision. Cross, camp, or bushwhack. It's probably going to be cross or bushwhack. Awesome. I don't know what kind of flower this is, but it's really pretty. I'll have to look it up. Well, we made it to the creek crossing, but it is not passable. Steve and I did this, and this part here was dry. So the river's, it's come up. I mean, at least 1.5 feet, and it was already above my belly button when Steve and I did it. So with it moving this fast with the floodwaters, we can't do that. So what we're gonna do, stop the lift, and we're gonna try a bushwhack. It's gonna be hard the first bit, but I think it gets less steep once we make it up around this curve, and hopefully not as much underbrush stuff. But we're gonna give it a go. All right, Sasha, you ready for the bushwhack attempt? We've got a bushwhack along Vallecito Creek about, looks like between 1.5 to 2 miles. The first half mile looks like it's going to be the hardest because it's steep and there's a lot of stuff. The rounding is very inaccurate. But the river's not crossable here, so we're going to try to bushwhack up to Johnson Creek where we know there's a bridge. So wish us luck. This is what bushwhacking looks like. Sasha found a game trail though, so we're kind of making a little better progress. Slow going. There's the river. This is just really steep terrain, but it's supposed to flatten out in about 1/2 mile, so hopefully it'll get easier. Still making our way. Beautiful columbines. Quite the experience. I'm glad it's just for a few miles. Slowing us down a bit. That's cool. We bushwhacked through that and found a little side creek. So this is a lot easier. I'm gonna walk up this for a while. Because, gosh, that's hard going through those thick trees. This is awesome. Okay, before I slip. Check back. Well, still bushwhacking. Hopefully we get to the easier section soon. Oh, waterfall! There's a waterfall right above us. Cool. Finally, we made it out of the hard bushwhacking, so now it should just be mostly like this till we get to Johnson Creek. But that was a solid mile of that kind of terrain. Oh. Adventure time. We're over 1 4/10 miles still bushwhacking. Making our way that direction. Now we've come to an obstacle. We've got to cross this side creek. So I think we're going to go up just a little bit here where it's a little shallower. Okay, so what was that on the suck factor of 1 to 10?
10.
That was horrible. We're still not there, but we're almost there, like within a quarter of a mile. Sasha's battle wounds, turn around. Ouch. Let me clean that one up. Let me stop. Whew. That was 2.75 miles of hardcore bushwhacking, like on steep slopes, through dense forest, over swollen creeks. Like, it was ridiculous. But we made it to this spot where Steve and I camped a few weeks ago, Johnson Creek. So we're gonna take a nice long deserved break and then probably continue on another 5 miles or so to Rock Creek to camp. I'm so happy to see a bridge again. I didn't think we'd ever make it. Beautiful. We came up that way, through all that way, back on the trail. Got about 5.5 miles to go to camp. But at least it's a trip. Nice views. We're walking through all these little wildflowers. And we got new mountain peak views ahead. Very pretty. We've gone from bushwhacking to back to bushwhacking to get around. This is the trail, 1,000,000 Blowdowns. Great. Having to navigate these, like we just came through all of those. Very beautiful. This is tough though. Lots of blowdowns. That's a better view. Wow, that's a lot of water coming down. And on we go. All right, here we go. That's the trail. It's been nuts. At least there's good views. So many blowdowns. Man, we thought it'd be easy the rest of the day. And here's the next one, a small one. We should be able to step over. Pretty. Better yet, no trees in sight at the moment. A few miles from camp. Right in the middle of the trail. So we're doing a lot of this. Slows you down. A little aspen wood. Pretty waterfall coming down. Man, I think we are both exhausted at this point, but we are not far from our camp spot, Rock Creek. Oh, cannot wait to get there. Beautiful day, but exhausting. Way more bushwhacking and blowdowns than we planned for. Squishy mud. Quite the view. Well, this is Rock Creek, so we got to cross. And we can get over there and there's some camping. Go Sasha. It's been a day of wet feet and bushwhacking. We're exhausted. Out our first day was 16.26 miles and 2,800 feet gain, which isn't a ton, but it was hard trail though, with all the bushwhacking and all the blowdowns. And it sounds like tomorrow morning we have 4 miles of blowdowns and wet trail before we get to the lake. But hopefully we'll get a good night's rest tonight and be able to start fresh and tackle more down trees.